Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and it's got us thinking about love, that strong attachment, that connection full of emotion, the intimate passion and companionship. To experience love in life is magical.
And then there are some of us that experience more than one love per lifetime, maybe even a few. And one woman in particular found herself in several loving relationships in her lifetime that actually ultimately lifted her to near royalty. With us this afternoon, Andy Nunez. He's an author and amateur historian, sharing with us a bit about Mary King. Glad to have you here.
Glad to be here.
Mary King. Where was Mary King from?
She was from Somerset County.
Okay.
Her father was supposed to have been an Irish baronet that bought some land from Randall Revel, who Revel's Neck in Somerset's named after, in the 1680s.
Okay.
Okay. His daughter was his firstborn, Mary King. So he established a large tract of land over there called Kingsland. And she eventually grew up and got married to a fellow who was a colonel of the militia. His name was Henry Jenkins.
Okay.
Okay. It seems to be a pattern with her that she seeks out these powerful men.
Okay.
I don't know exactly when she got married. She was born in 1674, so and he died. They had no children. So in 1710, a fellow who just graduated from the Dublin Presbytery, but he was Scottish, he was from Edinburgh, named John Henry, came to preach at the Rehoboth Church. He fell in love with Mary. She fell in love with him, and they got married. Now, John Henry and her had two boys. One was Richard, but the other one was John Henry Jr.
Okay.
Okay. They got married in 1711. Before the kids reached their majority, he died in 1717.
Good grief.
And then she didn't know what to do because she had these young kids, but she was amassing property from not only what her father had given her,
Right.
her late husband had given her, and now this new husband.
Oh my.
She had property near Rehoboth called Mary's Lot. Now, in 1707, a few years back, another Scots fella came to town. His name was John Hampton. He was a minister at the Snow Hill Church. He met Mary King. He fell in love with Mary King. Mary King fell in love with him.
Wow. This is number 3 now,
Age
right?
number 3,
Okay.
yeah. And so they got married in the early, right?
Yeah.
Long after Governor Henry. See, John Henry died in 1717. They got married in 1718.
All
That
right.
was kind of
Now,
quick.
just back up a little bit for stuff that we've talked about in the past.
Okay.
John Henry's son, John Henry Jr., he became a colonel of militia. He married Dorothy Ryder from Dorchester County, and their son, John Henry, became the second governor of Maryland. So that was how that branch kind of played out. But Mary, meanwhile, married this John Hampton fellow. Now, in those days, you'd usually be known as the wife of the Reverend, blah, blah,
Right.
blah.
Right.
Not her.
No.
She was known as Madam Mary Hampton.
Oh, okay.
And then they got married in 1718, and then he died in 1721.
Wait, let me guess. There was property involved.
Property involved, yes, because
Oh.
he was the third husband of his late wife. He was her third husband. They had
Oh my goodness.
they had property from St. Martin's Neck in Worcester County, down through Snow Hill, all the way to Rehoboth.
So she owned Delmarva.
She owned a big chunk of Delmarva. She became known as Madam Mary Hampton, and her nickname was the King because of her maiden name,
Right.
who became a queen.
Wow.
How about that?
So she was a smart businesswoman. She was a good example for people because she was smart in everything she did. She never made a bad marriage.
My
She outlived them all,
goodness, right.
but they were always good choices.
Andy
So,
Nunez, thank you
there you go.
so much for yet another fascinating, absolutely amazing listen. You can find Andy's books about history, treasure, ghosts, pirates, and a whole bunch more in stores all up and down the peninsula. Thank you, Andy Nunez, for joining us this afternoon.
My pleasure as always.
Wonderful talking to you.